friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Now in today's lecture we are going to learn about the factors affecting or influencing the SN1 and the SN2 reaction mechanism. So in the previous two lecture we have learned about details of your SN1 and the SN2 reaction mechanism one. Now there are the three important factors that affect the SN1 and the SN2 reaction mechanism. Out of that, the first factor is the nature of substrate. Now, which particular type of the alkyl group you are going to take, it will affect the SN1 and the SN2 reaction mechanism. Second one is the nucleophilicity of the reagent, that means the nature of nucleophile, that is OH minus ion, or the nature of your nucleophile one. Then next one is the solvent polarity. Now, which particular solvent that you are using for your SN1 and the SN2 reaction mechanism one. Now, the nature of that solvent also affect the SN1 and the SN2 reaction mechanism one. Now, let us consider the second factor, that is the nucleophilicity of the reagent, that is nothing but the nature of your nucleophile one. So again we will consider this nature for your SN2 reaction mechanism and the SN1 reaction mechanism. Now for the SN2 reaction mechanism, a more powerful nucleophile will attack this substrate faster, that is your stronger nucleophile can attack your substrate faster and will favor your SN2 reaction mechanism. You know that whenever the SN2 reaction mechanism takes place, there is a formation of transition stage takes place. If the nucleophile is strong, it will attack your substrate strongly, easily, and you will achieve this transition stage very easily one. And you know that again important thing, the rate of this reaction is depend upon the concentration of your nucleophile as well as the concentration of your alkyl halides also. So here nucleophile also plays an important role. So just one thing you have to keep in your mind, strong nucleophile, that means the stronger nucleophile will favor your SN2 reaction mechanism. Now if we consider for SN1 reaction mechanism, remember rate of this reaction is independent upon the nature or the concentration of your nucleophile one. It is independent. You know that in the SN1 reaction mechanism there is a formation of carbocation takes place. Now that step is actually your rate determining step or a slow step one, okay, which is independent upon the concentration of your nucleophile. So just keep this thing in your mind, okay. That's why nucleophile wait till the carbocation is formed, and then after the formation of carbocation your nucleophile will attack and then the product formation will take place, okay. That means what, generally in the SN1 reaction mechanism, the rate of that reaction is independent upon the concentration of your nucleophile. So here a weak nucleophile can also favor your SN1 reaction mechanism one. Now if we conclude these two factors in a very small summary, the SN2 reaction mechanism is generally favored by your strong or the powerful nucleophile one, while the SN1 reaction mechanism is generally favored by your weak nucleophile one. Now the question may be in your mind, what is meant by strong nucleophile and the weak nucleophiles? Now let us know about a strong nucleophile. Strong nucleophile have a strong nucleophilic strength, which means they have a fast rate of reaction. If we consider the example of this nucleophile, that is OH minus ion, hydroxyl ion, Cn minus ion, cyanide ion, I minus ion, iodide ion, and NH3, that is amine, they can act as a strong nucleophile. Strong nucleophilicity is responsible for the formation of transition stage faster. Now let us know about a weak nucleophile. Weak nucleophile have a weak nucleophilic strength, which means they have a slow rate of reaction. If we consider the example of this one, that is CH3OH, methanol, H2O, water, and H2SO4, sulfuric acid, generally they act as a weak nucleophile. Weak nucleophilicity allow the nucleophile to attack the carbocation intermediate either the side, that is front side and the back side, giving a racemic mixture, that is the enantiomer, that is 50% inversion of configuration with a 50% retention of configuration. So this is your second factor, that is the nucleophilicity of the reagent or the nature of the nucleophile one. So this is about your second factor.